The Insured Zone. The Insured Zone with Bet Insured.
Of course, the league is even getting more interesting, and every weekend we look forward to the next action. It's another interesting episode of the Ensure Zone podcast brought to you by Bet Ensure. You know, the biggest and of course the most reliable sport prediction platform you can bank on anywhere in the world. I am FM Karik, and of course, my main man is right next to me. Kaka, how are you doing?
Fantastic. I'm doing very well. How are you, Osbo?
Great. Of course, a fantastic weekend of football we witnessed the last weekend. Good result. At the end of the day, and some games we didn't really expect what the outcome came to be.
Yeah, fantastic game of football. I mean, the Sunderland Bournemouth match. I mean, was one for the ages, and was and the big one as well. Chelsea versus Arsenal game. We didn't let those down. We used a lot of course, a lot of interesting matchups there, and yeah, look forward to another interesting action-packed weekend. Alright.
Well, so guys, before we dive straight into it, let's check out the result of our prediction from last weekend. And of course, guys, it's still the Ensure Zone podcast. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also put on the notification button to get interesting content from us whenever it drops. And don't forget to log on to www.betensured.com. There you can get interesting prediction across all sports. Now, without wasting time, let's go straight into it. The first game we'll be talking about is the game between Aston Villa and Arsenal. Aston Villa will be at home against the league leaders Arsenal.
Yeah, the Villa Park for that. I mean, it's I think one of the big game for me for this weekend. I mean, Aston Villa, despite the slow start to the season, I mean,
Yeah, they're going to pick up.
they kicked off form. They're in a good run of form at this moment. And, you know, Aston Villa and Henry, I think over the years and a couple of years, I think they've given Arsenal a good run for their money. They would give anything, any big thing that comes to Villa Park a good run for their money. And might not be a walk in the park. It should definitely not be a walk in the park. Definitely, Arsenal, they lost Gabriel, and you could see how that affected them well the last. And as well, they've had some important players back as well. And with it, I mean, Arsenal, I mean, they're in fantastic form and they're in fantastic run of form at this point. And yes, I expect them to continue, to get the 3 points in this one.
Of course, guys, straight to the prediction of this game between Aston Villa and Arsenal. We have predicted Arsenal win or draw, Arsenal to win or draw this one at 1.24 odds. 1-2 the predicted scoreline, and of course over 1.5 at 1.32 odds for the expert prediction. And on to the next, Leeds United will be at home against Liverpool. Liverpool, we really can't really pinpoint what the problem with Liverpool is, because at home you see them losing, they go away and get all 3 points. How do you define that?
I mean, so we a lot of pundits, a lot of analysts have actually found it difficult to pinpoint Liverpool's problem. I think against West Ham last time they dropped Musala, and you know they were not so convincing for me. They were not so convincing, but they got the 3 points, and glad for this as well to get his first Premier League for Liverpool as well. But coming into this one against New Zealand Road, I mean, it's another tough another tough ground for teams to visit, and you know, I'm not still convinced about Liverpool side and Leeds as well. I think they had a good run of game against Man City at the Etihad Stadium last weekend. But I still fancy, I mean, the crop of players, I still fancy Liverpool If not to get the 3 points, at least
At least
get a
get
point.
something.
Get a point in this one. Yeah. And to the prediction of this game between Leeds and Liverpool, we have predicted away win or draw. Liverpool win or draw. And at 1.26 odds, and the expected scoreline in this one is 1-2. 1-2. And the expert prediction in this one is over 2 at 1.26 odds.
And of course, straight to the next game, Manchester City. Pep Guardiola boys will be at the Etihad to face one of the giant killers are talking about Sunderland. What a game to expect, because Sunderland this season has bring up a lot of surprises.
Yes, they have. I mean, they're fantastic, especially at home. Although away, they struggled a bit, and although they took us some important wins and draws here and there, but on a good day, Sunderland, a very very solid team, and I think kudos to their manager. He's doing a fantastic job there. Coming into the Manchester City game, I saw Manchester City at home to Leeds the last time, and I wouldn't say they were not so convincing, but you could pinpoint some flaws
Of course.
in their game.
Of course.
Leeds United found a way to nullify Haaland, and it's felt as though 90% of Manchester City attacks of their threats was gone. Um, Thankfully for Phil Foden, who stepped up in that game, and again, Sunderland look at that game and feel if they could be more compact and hit Manchester City on the counter on the break, they might have a chance in this one. But I think the last weekend win would be a major boost for Manchester City. They should be motivated. Most should be motivated, and Arsenal dropping points as well. So yeah, that should give them a major boost in this one. I expect them to get the 3 points.
Of course, Manchester City expected to get the 3 point against Sunderland. Guys, let's go to our prediction of this game between Manchester City and Sunderland. We have predicted a straight win for Manchester City. Manchester City to win at 1.28 odds, 3-1, the expected scoreline, and of course, a second half over 1 at 1.25 odds for the expected prediction. And on to the next, Tottenham Hotspurs versus Brentford. This game, another dicey game that looks really tempting, but it could really swing anywhere on either side.
Exactly, and Thomas Frank will be facing his former side, his beloved Brentford. But it's not a good time right now for Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, teams just go to Tottenham these days, and they are not fearful. I mean, it's more just like home away from home for teams that go to visit them there. Oh, I think he needs to find a solution quick. I think the pressure is mounting. I saw them in their last game as well against Fulham. The players, I mean, after the game, there are some altercations with some of the fans. I mean,
It shows the tension and
exactly
how things are going.
the manager had to speak up for the keeper there, and I think he made it. He made an high-profile error that led to the second goal, and the home fans were booing him. I mean, that shows there are a lot of disarray in that team already. But yeah, Brentford would look at all of that and definitely have a go at them. And if anybody knows Thomas Frank, I think it's Brentford and his former players and one of his, backroom staffs who is now in charge of Brentford. And so yeah, I'm sorry, I don't see Brentford actually getting the 3 points in this one. I think I see Brentford getting something out of this game.
Of course, Tottenham might probably not get all 3 points out, but Brentford might get something out of it. Let's go to our prediction of this game between Tottenham and Brentford.
We have predicted this one as home win or draw at 1.41 odds. The expected scoreline in this one is 2-0, 2-0 in favor of Tottenham, and the expert prediction in this one is over 1.5 at 1.22 odds.
And of course, on to the next, Wolverhampton Wanderers will be at home against Manchester United. That last weekend, nobody expected United to go to the Selhurst Park and at least get all 3 points. It was a shocking one. And for a Wolves team that is really, really struggling this season,
Really,
or the inconsistent Manchester United might go there and,
yeah, they might. I was one of those people. There were certain than Manchester United. I think one thing that I would probably say give Manchester United that is helping them, I think, is the fact that they are playing once a week. And I think that is playing it is affecting Crystal Palace a lot on the other side because
course.
they have to navigate the Conference League as well, and their squad depth has it's woeful. So yeah, Manchester United probably I would say I'm surprised with that one there, and going away to Wolves. I mean, probably the worst team in the league at this point.
So far,
So far, and I mean, if anything, I think nothing.
we
I
expect.
definitely expect nothing else than a Manchester United win.
Of course, let's go to our prediction of the game between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Manchester United. Of course, we have predicted that United to win or draw this one at 1.24 odds and 1-2 the expected scoreline in favor of Manchester United and under 3.5 at 1.41 odds for the expert prediction. And the last game we will be checking out Bournemouth at home versus Chelsea.
Yeah,
Versus Chelsea, what a team.
yeah, all the teams so far. I mean, I think they've built a connection at this point in Chelsea, and I think there um, seems to be a good sign coming out of Chelsea at this point. I think the manager is doing a fantastic job. Good results last week, last week. I mean,
yes.
exactly. Going to Bournemouth, another ground, the Vitality Stadium. It's another ground.
There you have players that can really hurt you.
Bournemouth are on as a team can hurt anybody. But going to that ground is dreadful. To get you have to work your socks off to get 3 points in that one. But I mean, Chelsea they're on a good run of form. I think the morale is high at this point, and I think one way or the other, I still expect them to have this mentality of probably challenging for the title. And if they want to be around the title challengers and top four, they have to pick up maximum points in this kind of games. And it might not be pretty, definitely will not be pretty. Boy, I do expect Chelsea to get the maximum
But
points.
before we move on from there, Caicedo will be missing.
Yeah, that is so.
Three games.
Exactly.
How much of a miss will it
Oh,
be to Chelsea?
I think for me, he's probably been the best midfielder in the league this season, and it's one of the most important players for Chelsea. That is, it was a stupid record for me, and I think it would be a massive loss for Chelsea. But I think they have the depth, and they have Kopama is back, and that could mean probably Enzo Fernandez going back to his position, and Andre Santos has proven times and times when he can debutize, he can fill the boots for Mr. Caicedo. Nobody does it like Mr. Caicedo, but I think he should be capable enough to do that. So it might not be like I said, it would not be pretty, it will not be the easiest game for Chelsea, but yeah, I do expect them to come out with maximum points. I mean, the comeback of Kopama would be essential in this one.
Of course, the comeback of Kopama will be essential in this one for Chelsea. Guys, let's go straight to our prediction of the game between Bournemouth and Chelsea.
Yes, we have predicted Chelsea win or draw at 1.41 odds, and the expected scoreline in this one is 0-1. 0-1 is the expected scoreline, and the experts' prediction for this one is under 4 at 1.20 odds.
And of course, straight to the rest of our picks from the English Premier League and also the bonus pick from the Italian Serie A and the Spanish La Liga. And of course, guys, it's still the Ensure Zone podcast brought to you by Bet Ensured. Right about now, we go straight to the 20-odd weekend banker specially curated by our expert right here at Bet Ensured on OneXBet. Let's go see them. And before we see our buyers, don't forget, you stand a chance of winning $200. Yes, $200 in the Lucky 12 free predictor on Bet Ensure. Just log on to www.betensure.com, and there you'll see the Lucky 12 free predictor, and of course we stand the chance of winning $200. And also there are compensation prizes if you can get 8 games correctly, 9 games, 10, 11 games correctly. Yes, there are compensations for you, but then don't miss out on this opportunity. Just log on to www.betensure.com now and think later. And of course, a big thank you to you for staying tuned. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also put on the notification button to get more content from us whenever it drops. So remember, right here on the Ensure Zone podcast, we don't just predict the future, we ensure it. Bye for now.